I'm consuming 1.5 pounds of spinach power greens every single day. 1.5 pounds, okay? And Ronnie can attest that we hung out in November, and then we hung out just last week in Las Vegas when we were in Charlotte. I was weighing in at 205 pounds. That's big boy, right? And then in Vegas, oh yeah, even in Vegas, I was consuming my spinach. Last week in Vegas, I was doing 1 pound of spinach every single day. While I was in Las Vegas, guys, like this is how all in I am on it. Like I was either gonna take my blender, which is the Vitamix, but Jer brought in the emulsifier. By the way, if you guys are on the fence of what type of blender to buy, I highly recommend the emulsifier. It's like a fourth of the price of the Vitamix. I bought the Vitamix like $450. Does a great job, don't get me wrong, but the emulsifier, in my opinion, does just as good or better of job for like a quarter of the price. Cool. So you heard it from me, the emulsifier. Okay. So while I was there in Vegas with hanging out and based on when I was at the Mastermind with Ronnie in Charlotte back in November, which is let's see, December, January, February, 3 months, I have dropped 18 pounds, and I started drinking green drinks the day after that Monday break from Thanksgiving. Cool. But I was only consuming maybe a half. I don't have an affiliate link for the blender. I should, man. I teach affiliate links all the time. Brad, the Ninja is like junior college, and I'm telling you, like the emulsifier is just like out of this world, and like the Vitamix is like let's say Harvard University. Okay, so that's I've used all of them. Okay, and but back to my point is I'm down 18 pounds in 3 months, and I'm all in on it. Okay, so I went to Vegas, I went all in. Now I come back from Vegas, and Thomas has like been mentioning, or like maybe he's been really telling me, and I've been putting it off, like getting to the pound and a half per day. I was doing like 1 1/3 pounds per day, but now this week I'm doing a complete 1.5 pounds. Okay, and I'm almost down 2 inches in my waist thanks to the smoothie shred, thanks to my mentorship with Thomas. But here's what's cool: I started mentoring with Thomas January 18th, so just over a month ago, I think 5 weeks ago this week, and I'm down since I started working with him nearly 2 inches in my waist in just 5 weeks. And I'm down from 192 and a half to 186 and a half pounds. So, I mean, what is that? Like 6 pounds more in that time frame. So that's freaking super cool. When will it be 2 pounds a day? I don't know. I'm hoping I don't get to 2 pounds a day because I'm already having a hard time consuming 1.5 pounds. But I tell you what, my energy is awesome, but at the same time I get tired. And part of what I've been working on, David, is not just the green drinks, but also I pretty much 2.5 to 3 times the amount of time and energy that I put into exercising. Every single day I'm doing some sort of hit training, anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes on top of my workout. Today I actually did sprints in a swimming pool, which for 30 minutes of sprint, respite, takes me about roughly 30 to 45 seconds to sprint down, and then rest, and then do it again, right? So I'm putting in a lot of work, so I get tired. But then I'm tired. I'm ready to go to bed and then wake up the next day. Hey, thanks Hugo for the thumbs up. Dude, I love the idea with carrots. The one thing that we want to stay away from right now, just so you know, I appreciate that, is we want to stay away from too many sugars that I don't like the taste of, right? I'm going to be consuming sugar through fruit. I don't like the taste of carrot, and it's got sugar in it, so I'm going to go with the banana, right? That's just my decision right now. Banana tastes better. That's just the truth, right? So anyways, as I'm moving forward for this, and going forward, there's some ups and downs. I'm realizing this, that I turn to food as an emotional stress, right? You guys get stressed during the day. If you're a real estate agent and you never stress, then you probably aren't doing any deals, and maybe you're just stressed all the time because you don't have money. I don't know, right? But in real estate, I tend to get some stress, right? And recently, I've been dealing with some big problems, not like problems that are like crippling problems, but like problems and challenges that when you overcome them, like you go to a next level, right? And some of these things have been occupying space in my mind. You can ask Jeremy. Like last week, I really worried a little bit, and I'm not used to worrying, right? Because you guys see me, and I come across with a lot of energy and positivity, and that's true. But what happens is I get stressed too. It's reality, right? And I learned that when I get stressed, I tend to want to eat like cheese fries, right? Or some ice cream, or pretty much anything that's not good for me, right? And I'm struggling because it's been like 5 weeks since I've had my favorite homemade pancakes with homemade jam, right? But what I realized is I went to this food for comfort, right? To relax. It was like my Jeff says the Big Mac, right? The Monday night stress Big Mac comes in 3 sizes now. Cardiac arrest, extra cardiac arrest, and a triple bypass on the side, right? Like that's the reality of it, okay? And now what I'm and this has happened 3 times in the last 5 weeks that I've had a pretty stressful event and stuff that I'm dealing with, and I caught myself. I didn't go to that other food, right? Because I'm consuming so much spinach. I've always got it there to remind me. I've always got it there to where I can then create a new habit. Right here, and so that's what's so cool about the experience with the spinach drink is it literally forces new habits upon me, and then naturally causes me to not want to partake of the other foods. And let me tell you this, like I was in Las Vegas last week and I didn't get drunk one time. Like some of you might that might be normal for you, but like when I'm in Vegas or I'm out of town, I like to have some drinks, not just like one or two, but like I want to feel a good buzz, right? Not in Vegas, right? I didn't do it. Like this was what was so cool. The most alcohol that I had were 2 glasses of red wine, right? 2 glasses of red wine. And I'm super thankful because now I was waking up super clear, super focused, super ready to rock and roll all the time. I didn't deal with having that foggy hangover from too much alcohol. And I've said it to a lot of friends that like I think my alcohol days are over. Like I thinking about it, like the besides the fun that you have because it like explodes your brain and puts crap into your system, right? It really just destroys you. And I'm grateful to be coming to this a little bit different side to understand it. Now, don't say you're never gonna see like a beer in my hand, right? Because I if you know me, I love to drink beer, right? But at the same time, I'm not gonna have like 3, 4, 5, 6 beers. I'm not gonna have that drunkenness to where you can't stand up or you lose control. Like I'm not gonna do that for me anymore. And I know a lot of you guys can maybe resonate with that because I've hung out with you. I've seen what goes on in people's lives. I've traveled from the East Coast to the West Coast, and I tell you what, everyone turns to alcohol here or there. Okay, and so my encouragement to you is to switch it out for spinach, right? And I'm not saying don't drink alcohol. I'm saying just start consuming more spinach and watch what it does as it begins to clean your system out, right? Because you'll make a mistake and put, like I happened to me on Super Bowl Sunday, right? I went to my sister's, been eating super clean, and then all of a sudden I put some wings and some like Swiss cheese, like hot ham sandwiches and some those little weenies you get, right? Like I was eating this stuff on Super Bowl, and I got sick. I got bloated. I probably put 2 or 3 pounds on of just retaining water from all of the salt in it. Okay. So what happens is you then start to be sensitive with your body to understand what you can consume and can't consume for you. Right. And there's one thing I can promise you that I'm learning through this experience, and I'm speaking because I literally consume 1.5 pounds of spinach a day. Okay. 1.5. That is a shit ton of spinach. And I'm willing to bet a lot of you don't do that in a week, let alone a day. Okay. And based on my experience doing that, the amount of happiness that I have increased is incredible. Like I have so much more confidence in my body, in my personality, and in everything that comes along with it. Not to mention I have more confidence in myself when it comes to being in control of what I do with my life. Right? If you can dominate yourself with nutrition and with health, you can dominate yourself anywhere. Right? You can dominate yourself financially. You can dominate your relationships. Even for me, my experience, my marriage has gotten better simply because I feel more comfortable as a man to my wife. Right? And so if you're not making these switches, I would highly encourage you to do it from my own experience. It's been awesome. And now when I get stressed, I tend to meditate a lot more, right? I've always been a meditator. Like it's been powerful for me. But now instead of turning to, go get the cheese fries, I'm turning to meditation and to prayer and to smoothie green drink spinach, right? So that's a little bit of an update of where I'm at. I'd love to see how I can help you guys in any way. If any of you guys are super interested in more about the Smoothie Shred, check out Thomas Tadlock. I should tag him on a comment below. He's got an awesome membership course too. And I wish I had an affiliate link for this one too. So Thomas, if you're watching, I'd love to get an affiliate link from you. But in the program, I'm not exactly sure, but he basically goes through on a group setting exactly what he's going through with me in a sense with the smoothies, right? So that's something you might want to check out if you're ready for a change, if you're ready to dominate more happiness, more health, more energy, make more money, and have more free time in your life. I know it sounds like opposite, but it's crazy what it will do because it gives you the conscious decision, the conscious choices to make. So cool. Winning the health game. Yeah, that's why I should go buy that website. Winning the health game. Someone asked a question. Vegan. Yeah, actually, Thomas is vegan, Ronnie. So yeah, he taught. I don't know all the details. I haven't given up the carny yet, but he swears by it. He can even teach you how to like build a lot of muscle too, doing that. What has been the biggest challenge moving? Getting on the spinach smoothies, starting. The biggest challenge for me, Hugo, was starting, right? I don't have to really think about what I'm going to eat. Like, literally, if you just wanted to have the smoothie, you probably could just, I mean, there's been days that, like, I just didn't want to eat anything else because I was so full, okay? Someone asked, I think, about wheatgrass. I love wheatgrass personally. It's a huge alkalinity. It helps alkalize your bloodstream, and what that does, if you're not aware, is it increases the amount of oxygen in your red blood cells. I mean, deep breathing can help that as well, but this just helps cleanse. See, what's more, most of our energy is being lost is when we're cleansing our body, right? We put all of these toxins, whether it's alcohol or I don't know, tobacco or sugar. Sugar is a huge drug, guys. It's in everything. Processed foods, right? These just think of your body like a sewer system because it really is, right? And the more sewage you put in, the more sewage you got to pump out, and the more energy it takes to push it out, right? So instead of focusing on putting oxygen to your body, it's getting oxygen to your main organs while the rest of your body suffers because it's fighting off the toxins, which then turns into free radicals, which ultimately is cancer and consumes you to, I mean, death, right? So another great reason, if you want a cure for cancer, it starts with on your nutrition. Not to say you're never going to have cancer, but it's definitely going to increase your chances of a long, healthy life without the disease. I would say every major disease that kills people today stems from originally their nutrition, right? And unfortunately for me, 32, I'm I got a good 75 years in me, right? But a lot of people, they get into their 30s and they've already kind of given up, and then they hop into their 40s and it just becomes a way of life and thinking, I need to do this. Next thing you know, you're the one in the obituaries at 57 from heart disease or a brain cancer or something that probably could have been prevented, but it had to be started like earlier, right? Not to say that if you're in your 40s or 50s or 60s, it's not a good time to start. It is. You'd be surprised what the body can do when it's nutritioned properly. So now with stress, man, like I just deal with it a lot quicker and easier. Not that I wasn't already on that path before. I still do get stressed. And I mean, that's another reason. Like the last couple of days I've been doing stuff. I haven't done a lot of live streams just because of that, right? But when you process through that, when you process that negative energy out of your body, it actually allows you, that's what allows you to get into that flow of well-being that I always talk about, is you can ride that wave, man. Kind of like the current in, what's that movie, Finding Nemo, right? Remember with the sea turtles? Like think of getting into that current, right? With everything that you do. Awesome, Ronnie, been sober for 7 years. Well, you're only 23, so, I mean, you still have some time there, Ronnie. What has been the biggest challenge? Read that. Try being vegan, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, go vegan. Thomas is Tadlock. Thomas Tadlock. Colton Science. Hey, you know what, Thomas? I talk in language that I can understand. If other people can't understand it, it's not my fault. True or true, right? The real challenge for most people is creating the new habit and don't feel guilty when out with friends and feeling obligated to eat bad. Yeah, I think I think what I want. I remember I learned this from probably Kevin Ward with Yes Masters, which I once interviewed him and I asked him what I thought, what he thought the biggest thing was that held real estate agents back. And I loved his answer. He said, well, that's the wrong question. The right question is, what's the solution? Like, how can you dominate, right? How can you blow away the competition so there is none? You're the only competitor with yourself, right? And I think that's the same thing, at least for me with health and nutrition, is it's like, I don't care about the problem anymore. Fuck the problem. Like, what's the solution? Right? Solution is 1.5 pounds of spinach a day. Okay, boom, I'm all in. Right? I'm all in. Like, I had made the commitment in an instant that I was done. Like, I remember getting on that scale a couple days after Thanksgiving and weighing the most I'd ever weighed in my life. And the first thing that said in my mind was, fuck that. And boom, instantly I made that decision to where I'm going to just consume whatever I need to. I'm going to learn. I'm going to figure it out. And what I did know is that green drinks were great for you. I just was not consuming nearly enough. I definitely have tripled the amount that I consume per day and nearly tripled the amount of my exercise because I'm all in, man. Like, this is the one life that I get. After watching this, I want to buy and sell houses. I know, right? Like, you should hop in and come and buy, sell houses with me. Justin, I'm hiring right now. We've got positions open, selling positions. Let me know if you want to apply. Cool, guys. So, yeah, that's Colton Science for tonight. At the end of the day, just drink a lot of spinach. Uh, it's the no heart attack diet. That's definitely sure. Like, I'm on the all in, like, live as long as I can and healthy as I can, with as much energy as I can, with as much freedom as I can, with as much as do whatever the fuck I want kind of life. Like, that's what I'm doing right now, and it's awesome. I love it. So I was trying to scroll through and see if I had anyone else on here. Any questions? Pump them below. We got a lot of comments today, so I super appreciate that. Give me some all the reactions. I want them all. I want them all. I want them all. All the reactions. Cool, guys. I'm going to peace out, and I'm going to go pop into Fearless Agent because I got an announcement there I'm going to do as well. Adios. That's 52 customers. Like, the goal is today is, how do I get a customer? What if you get 365 customers? I'm not saying you will, or I'm not saying you won't, but like, what if you could? What if you could get a customer every single day that